that's done. This is done. We're all good. And we're gonna motor around it through. We're gonna betray Tenmyoji in favor of this promise of something sensual. It's not gonna be real though. So here we are.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
It's me. Naturally. Shocking. Aww. Look at that. Here we are.
Points have. Please check your.
Da-da.
So, that's how it is, huh?
Well, it's not really that way, but if you want to believe it's that way, that's how it is, yeah.
Promises are made to be broken, I see.
Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah. After all, you did choose betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation.
Was it? Was it really?
Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry about it. She's right here. She'd never try to open the...
Really? Then what's that? Look.
Huh?
I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
What? Why would she do that? No way. But baby. Ugh, tired. Out she goes.
Oh, the number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit!
Clover? What the hell are you doing?
Sorry. Alice gave me an order.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AB game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I am giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
What about the promise you made me?
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said.
So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
You...
What? Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
Hey now. Hey now. You don't just get to... Hey, come on now. That's not fair.
The number 9 door has been opened.
We're not gonna tackle her, we're just gonna let her go.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
Whoa, Dio, chill. Dio leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
Bye, guys.
With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door. Okay.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
It would, wouldn't it?
Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
She's gone.
Shit!
All we can do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Tenmyoji said nothing, just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room. A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. Everybody else on the face of the planet is dead, aren't they? Yep. Cool, we've done this now. We can safely say that that is finished. We can now proceed to the next ending with little to no. Cool. Can I go this way then? Wait, which one's this one? The blue door? Clover and I repair. So I guess we go through the red door because they won't. I don't think we were able to go through the green door. Let's just go through the red door and we'll learn more about Dio. I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? Feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite.
Don't flatter yourself, kid. I want your jacket.
Thank you.
Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kei, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take good care of him. I promise.
What about Phi and Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys. Let's go in this door here. Door is already closed.
Coming!
I know,
Chill.
I know!
We've got plenty of time to get in this door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
After all, a minute's a long time, you know. I wonder where we're going. What is this? There's 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what?
Shut the fuck up.
Huh? Huh?
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Sayla, is this chick simple or something?
Who the fuck says simple? Are you from like what, 1950? Go the fuck away. I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady?
A gentleman who can't have a secret conversation with the lady and not expect her to run off through a number 9 door.
I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets. Oh man, I'm good.
Sayla, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine, I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
Why you gotta be dramatic? Huh. The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Tio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. This is gonna be great. I am prepared. My body is ready. Laboratory. The fuck? I never been this room. I ain't never been in this room. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it?
I suppose.
I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Excelivir. Or, you know, more viruses at the very least. Something to kill us quicker.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So let's get started. Seek a way out! Ooh. This room has no windows and no doors. Okay, what are we doing? What do we got? What you? There's a thing. Cool. 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 What are these? A binder. Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Okay. What is it? Steps for dissecting a frog. Oh, joyous. What's this thing? Who knows? A strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. Boo. Seeds? It's black. There's nothing going on here. Is this a microscope? Huh. Okay. Wait. There's things over here. Hold up. Wait. I want to go that way. I need that. Cool. What are you? What is this thing? Sing this. And let's just shrink the lid. Ooh, a blender. binder. It says DNA extraction instructions. We have to fuck up a frog. Ah! This thing. I saw a thing over here. Saline solution. There's the frog. Roots. I think that's everything. Some shelves. Is that all of it? Okay, that's all of it. What is this? Huh. Is this like that other puzzle? I feel like it would be, but it doesn't seem right. Man, look at all these pipes. I think they run down to the breakers and beakers. Their handles where the pipes meet. The liquid goes right. And liquid goes left. Half goes that way and half. What do the numbers mean? Okay. How much is the correct amount, though? Okay. 40. And then... that's gonna be 20 this way and 20 that way. And then... I don't know. I don't understand. What's the appropriate... Okay. 20, 20. So that's gonna be 20. And then this is 20. But then this is 40, so this is 60. So we... 3, 3, 2, 5, 3. So they want 30 here, and then 20, 24. That's not right, is it? Crud. 3, 3, 2, 5, 3, 4. Okay, alright. Cool. We've got the water in the beakers. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did it. There's a rectangular hole in the wall. Okay. We need to see about dissecting a frog. What are you? I can't touch you. What's in these things? Ooh, seeds. What's you? This must be some kind of waste tank. Aha. Looks like a thigh tank. Ha 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 ha. Ooh! Cool. Lit. Pretty fancy tray. Is that a cat playing with the... It's a ninth lion eating a son! Are you even looking at it? It's a lion. How are you not kidding? What? Sorry. It's a sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. My mother beat me with a cat as a child. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of... Well, you heard. It gets a little me out of control. That's pretty weird. Let's see. Steps for dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen from its preserving ethanol. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cupboard. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. Be sure to conduct your dissection inside the fume cupboard. Cool. Alright. Fume cupboard. That's this, yeah? Specimen. These are all nuts. Okay. Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain. What is wrong with you? Oh, I see. You've got the frog there, planning to take it out, I assume. You should probably pour the ethanol down the drain first. Thank you. Okay. I'll just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain. And set the frog over here. Now we take the scalpel. So many fucking nuts in my inventory. Okay. And then we just rip the little bugger open. Sigma, what are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But poor Lord Hoppington. What are you freaking out about? It's dead. That's not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it is kinda sad, I guess. I mean, if you think about it. Oh, for the love of... This frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. It's an empty shell with no life living inside. Fine. I'll do it. Hey, well, I guess that saves me trouble. Huh? Something came out of its stomach. A blue capsule? Oh shit. Lord Hoppington! Why? You left us too soon. Shut up! Should I clean this? Should I clean this? I sift through my nuts real quick. Hold up. Okay, I guess we're leaving it on the counter. Like assholes. Cut open somebody's frog and then we just leave it on the fucking counter like jerks. Fruits. Seeds. Like a ball. Oh wait, actually. Hold on. Can you... My nuts. There we go. Okay, time to throw the root in the mixer. What do we get? Okay, done. What do we need to do next? Is there anything in the DNA? Oh, we're doing DNA extraction? Is that what we're doing? Place plant. Once the material has been thoroughly broken down, add in a solution of saline water. The liquid will be filtered and dipped down in the beaker. Once it's done, pour the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. Use an empty capsule to collect its saline solution. Do I have that? These are all damn seeds. Okay, there we go. Just put the saline solution in here. There we go, there's a funnel. Eventually. Cool, looking good. Do you have ethanol? We don't. Wait. filtered. Once it is done, pour the ethanol into the beaker. Ethanol. Ethanol? Do I have ethanol? Hold up. They're empty. These are empty. These are empty. We don't have any ethanol. Shoot. Okay. I suppose I'll just do this nonsense over here. I'm gonna come back to that later, once I find ethanol. Beakers contain a liquid culture. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. Press the X button to grab seed, then place it on top of the line. Press the check button. Okay, alright. I'm gonna open this real quick. Hyperdynamics. 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid has a distinct color. Preparation 2. Prepare the 5 types of plant seeds. 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. Okay, relationships has shown that there is a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. These relationships can be categorized in the following manner. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Okay, alright. Grab a notebook. Long. So there's only 2 fluids that works in. The round seeds, in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. Can't in yellow. Cyan. And then none of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. Okay. Marked. Yeah, fuck these ants. Okay. Marked. Can't go in. What was it? Green? Green. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid red and fluid yellow. Just right now, yeah? I don't know. When the striped seeds were put into fluid cyan and fluid blue, only one of them failed to germinate. Huh. But they're not going to tell us which one. But it's alright. Cyan, blue. Okay, this is as good as it's getting. What is it? Long seeds do not work in 3 colors. The circle ones don't work in yellow and cyan. So, oh, yeah, I need to move them. Wait. Yeah, this is yellow. And then the marked seeds don't do good in green. And the long seeds don't do good in 3 of them. Non-marked don't do red or yellow. So I don't know what to tell you. Other than, I guess, you and you are getting switched. Hold up. Circle is yellow and cyan. Marked is green. That's not marked. So it works in green. And then... well, that's marked doesn't work in green. And then non-marked doesn't work in red and yellow. And then the striped either does or doesn't work in blue or cyan. So one of them needs to trade with the red. Well, I mean... non-marked doesn't do red. And then the long ones don't work in 3 of them. And... ooh, fiddlesticks. Okay, I'm just gonna move the long ones. Okay, I almost got it. Yes! Good. Thank you. You've sown your seeds. Don't say that. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Oh, hey! A red capsule. Okay. Oh, cool. Do we have any bananas? Seems like we don't, but... wait, hold up. Tank waste. Yes, not my part down drain should be in here. Okay, cool. Got it. We now have ethanol. Ethanol. And then we just... huh. I guess this should do it. Wait, what do we do next? Empty capsule. Right, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Gotta love the word protrusion. Awesome, you got it all! I did. Okay, cool. We got some stuff. Wait, do we need some frog stuff? Do we need frog stuff? Let's grab some frog stuff. No? Then what's this bit for? I still have nuts! No, it's for the other thing. I just have a whole lot of nuts in my inventory now. Maybe just the saline? No. Okay. Maybe I don't need it to work that way. Yeah, fucking nuts. I can scroll the other way, yes, but I ain't done it. Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean, something? Ugh, just look. It's easier than explaining. Hold up 1 second, let me scritch my neck. Good, we scritched. The fuck? Probably a simplified version of the DNA sequence. Oh yeah, now I can see that, yeah. A is adenine. G is guanine, and then C is cyanine, and then T is cytosine, and thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Isn't there a point, like, when the DNA exits the nucleus, where it's where T gets replaced with U, which is uranine? I couldn't sit through biology for that particular thing. Okay, bases. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I know. I guess so, anyway. Yeah, you know a lot about this sort of stuff for a frickin' circus ringleader thingy. Reposition each row so that A is connected to T and G is C. Okay. Wait, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to swap it? Oh, okay, okay. I see. A, no. Wait, okay, hold up. A, T, C, G, A, C. Good. And then, so that leaves you. Aw, fuck. Okay. It's alright. There's only one A here. So it's gotta be like this. Probably should have started at the top to begin with, but we're here now. And we're doing things this way. Okay. There's only one A and there's only one T down here, so matching this up. Wait, what, really? Oh. Oh! Okay. I guess we'll do it backwards now. We do this number. Ah, fucking fiddlesticks. Okay. Deep breaths. It's alright. We're just gonna keep plugging away at this. Doing our darndest. It's not gonna work. Fucking shoot. Wait. No. Such is too much to hope. Oh, hey. There it is. There's the one. Lit. I got it. I am not hungry. You're a turkey. What in the hell? Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. Huh. There's something on it. Dang! It's the key. Okay. The fuck is this, though? The fuck is this, though? I want to put my nuts in it. I want to put... No, okay. But there's got to be something else I can stick my protrusion into. I can't stick it in the frog. So I don't know. Maybe it's in the nuts? Maybe it's like something we need to do with this thing. Beakers. I don't have to mess with them anymore. Okay. But there's gotta be a thing. Maybe it's this thing? Strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. But A tray, nothing on it anymore. Table me. That's all empty. This is that thing. I can't poke the frog. So we use this thing to get DNA. I'm the kind of girl who's totally devoted to her man, but that's a two-way street. What the fuck are we on? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? Maybe now I can grab the frog? Frog, come with me. A frog, it's been cut open. Do we have a... There we go. No! We can't put it back in the... Can we put you in the trash? No. What? I don't understand. There's a thing for the thing. And I'm too devoted to it now to fucking give up. What the fuck else? What the fuck else? Explain to me the fuck else. Here, throw this in there. A microscope. There's one hole left. Probably need a fourth capsule for it. I have one. DNA gel. The root was plant matter. The seeds are plant matter. It won't let me... Wait, oh. Wait, I could probably throw the thing in that. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you think I shouldn't? No, I just mean, don't you think you should put all of them in? You mean all 5 different types of seeds? Yeah. Interesting. Why not? I'm feeling a little sciencey. I wonder what will happen. We're gonna science this bullshit. Alright, done. Let's grab the saline. There we go. Cool. Then we grab our ethanol. There it is. Then... take our little capsule and we do the protrusion thing. Awesome, you got it all. I did that. Time for the next game. Look, the screen changed. Oh, I guess we don't have to puzzle again. That was the thing we just had put in the plant DNA in it, right? Maybe that caused this. Huh. Anyway, let's have a look. Huh? It's different now. The shapes are in different places. Imagine that. Yeah. We're just gonna puzzle our way. Star, sun, moon. I like that it makes this tiny, like, Pikachu-esque noise. If I'm ever made into a rabbit sprite, I want that noise to be one of the noises that it makes. Wait. Ha! It opened. Awesome, the suspense was killing me. Excelsior! Okay, what do we got here? First is... Not Excelivir. A map. Because the map is important and must come first. So much so that we'll yank it out from underneath everything else. Key cards. And then... Cool, sure, fine. Next up, we've got a notebook. Anything interesting? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. Probably written by a fucking doctor. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. And Spanish. Anyway, what else have we got here? Looks like 2 more things. Excelivir! Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? Hold on. One moment. Let me get this smudge off my glasses. It says A-X-E-L-A-V-I-R. Excelivir. Excelivir? Wait, didn't Ludus say something about, Excelivir? You're right! This is it! This is Excelivir! It's the cure for Radical 6! Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later! We need to get out of here as quick as possible. Yep, we need to get this stuff in Quark. First we gotta get out of this room. Lit. Okay, cool. That's the wrong door. To solve the puzzle, they made me put my nuts in the blender. No. 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 Oh. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Puzzles.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Yeah?
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
No, we didn't.
I
Yeah.
was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that one. I don't know either, see. Look at this side here. There's a name or something. IG Replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine. And there's like a little bottle, like an Excelivir bottle.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
IG equals, what was it?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course! This machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you insane? You're one idiotic girl, you know that. In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes.
This is the perfect time for stupid jokes, my man.
There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
You give a shit about the helpless child? He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelivir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See, it's written right there on the label. It says so on the tin. Excelivir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. The fuck?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe.
You son of a bitch.
I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Now. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Is it to Ally? Because you're gonna kill me, man.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose Ally.
You're gonna kill me, man. Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine to blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so.
You're gonna kill me.
I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I curled my hands into fists. I'm gonna fight this man. If Theo would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you.
Why? You wrestle lions for a living.
You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair.
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever.
Yes, it is. It's a puzzle game.
It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be. So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick Ally?
Fine. I promise. Not. See you later, fuckwad.
Sigma!
I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens.
I'ma die, though.
See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Theo strutted out of the room. I am at one point, right?
Are you really going to do what he says?
Fuck no.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose Ally, and he chooses Betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1. And it means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, it's not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will. Quark will.
So you're going to die to save his life? That's...
Indocene guanine? Was that it? Was that IG?
Why would you do that?
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about other shit. What were you saying to me, dear? In all honesty, I was terrified. Shocked even. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. He gonna kill me. Who he gonna kill me?
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Sorry, I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio, in one of his hands was Moon Key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve.
You son of a crack whore.
I don't know about you. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Ick. I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Phi. Sweet, lovable Phi. And of course, Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
Oh, I am so worried for this poor, sickly child who is in danger.
Right.
So what was your room signal?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelavir?
Don't tell those other idiots that I hear one word about it, and the next thing you...
My eyes flickered to Dio for a moment. You mean that life-saving drug that could help save that poor, sickly child who is dying? No, we didn't find a single drop of it. Did we, Dio? Did we? Besides, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? Some Excelavir, perhaps? I only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged. Well, shoot.
Where does that leave us?
Well, that leaves us with, like, no Excelavir, that's for sure.
We've still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
That's plenty of time.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
What a freaking bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Clark's doing.
Then I will too.
Me and Phi are just gonna walk there, slowly, together, not holding hands, not discussing anything about Excelavir and whether or not we're gonna find any in the future and where not we may find it.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few steps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first.
Uh.
Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab, except that you found a journal with his words. Some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Is it Latin? Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
A fucking course it is. A fucking course it is. Latin? You mean you can read Latin?
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
You have, like... You're the only person on this 9-person team who can read Latin. Sure would suck if you've already died in one of these routes. So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly.
I expected better of you.
This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it. Mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Phi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216.
Oh wow, this journal comes with numbered pages.
This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Okay.
Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
Okay, why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 under the square root of 1 to 1/6 squared, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or 6 squared seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed, and so on. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. Oh yeah. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Now that makes sense. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but we have not been able to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternate means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. It is my favorite hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows and rats are everywhere, feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who've grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one. Oh, fuck. Ooh. That's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
That would explain why Kark was, well, trying to kill himself. I recall, yes.
There are two other things in here that worry me.
Yeah?
First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Excelavir that cures it, of which we haven't been able to find any of. Sorry to say.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a sec. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions.
Uh-oh.
A newspaper article said something about quarantining people, too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
But Quark's been infected, right?
And maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but... we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? And how would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off through the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
Changed my mind. You could tell me about Quark later.
And with that, she was gone. Man, oh man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed, but for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually developed a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelivir. Unfortunately, Leo, piece of shit that he is, had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa.
Shit. He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. Oh no. We could have killed a small child. That I had considered letting Quark die, even for a minute, was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I gonna leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded...
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just...
What are you gonna do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round. I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
Tenmyoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care, Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. I'm having issues breathing. Holy fuck. When we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
Then he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
Piece of shit. That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Accelavir from him by force, so he hidden himself in the AB room. Pussy. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose Ally no matter what, but a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
He laughed! Oh my lord! I'm so genuinely happy.
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly toward the AB room, as if he simply hadn't heard Phi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left. Huh.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Alice is gonna be fine. Don't you worry. Alice is a kick-ass. She's got herself.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be...
5 minutes remain.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. Clover, time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. My favorite haunt. I guess it's time to die.
What are you gonna do?
Die? I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm gonna choose
You
Ally.
can't. You'll die.
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to Ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick Betray. Ha! Ha 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 ha!
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points.
And he'll just fucking leave, man. Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chooses Ally, if Dio chose Ally and we chose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. I know that's who he is, dear. That's who I am. I'm a better person. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
He's not going to, but I must take the moral high ground. Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
The fuck you will, girl! Huh. Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. Nope! Nope, 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 nope. I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength. Are we on the floor? Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
No, you care.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck, now I can't ruin the moment. Fine. Gotta play stupid. Pretend like I'm not gonna die.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. K-Man-handled Alice! K-Man-handled Alice! What the fuck?
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Oh fuck, I'm at -1.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic, Sopril. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it. You'll keep your promise, goddammit! I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then at last, the smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me medicine.
Give it back? Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
He's gonna toss it. With a shrug, he pulled out the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said, unmistakably, Excelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right, of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now at least Clark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me, and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma, are you okay?
Bitch, I am dying!
Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First, is this over real? Which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocularine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Sopril was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind, and so on and so on. I just had to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. It's the gun. It's the gun with the staff. But I mean, I guess we'll come back to that. Cool. Dying. That was fun. Oh, freaking. So I mean, I guess we'll get back to that or whatever. And I mean, it's some decent progress here tonight. Freaking. We'll go ahead and load up the bad end. Get that out the way. 2 of them are open, you says? Oh, hey. They are. Would you look at that? Wait, hold up. Huh. Cool. I guess we'll go over here now. Not the black one says, yeah, I know. Alice is dead. The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door. We go through this. It's Radical 6. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No. There's no way she'd do that.
It's not murder. Who the fuck comes up with these trophies? Okay. It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well,
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes, I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago. So if you don't have any proof...
I do! I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Fi, can you... I don't feel like touching a dead woman's body right now. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped, because there's not much clothing to look through. Slowly and carefully she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Fi turned it to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I'd suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one.
Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyoji, now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pair, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pair.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go.
Oh, we're actually getting to go through one of these white doors.
Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Yay, avenging. Sweet Clover. Okay. Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode off out of the room. A determined frown? How do you determine frown? Okay.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Alright. Clark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Oh, excuse me.
Quark, you're awake.
Buddy!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh God. Quark.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be Corporal, Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
His face looks a little scary, but the sentiment is there.
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Clark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. It's like kind of a stream. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again.
I'm so happy.
Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Shut up, I'm happy. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of that. Alice's death was also something I left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
4 minutes.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. I don't get to see much of Quark these days because I'm mostly in later routes. Ah. Cutie pie.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
from Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Is there
Hurry
another
up, Vi.
puzzle room?
This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
Wait, do we puzzle it? Are we puzzling again?
Let's go.
2, 1, 0.
Are we puzzling? Are we puzzling?
Chromatic door.
Director's office. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
And that person just needs a balloon in the middle of the room.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Is that port? Is that alcohol? Could we alcohol? Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point, little buddy. Let's get started then. Ta-da! Puzzles! More puzzles. I was not prepared to deal with more puzzles. Alright, here we are. We're gonna puzzle. Is this business card holder? Yeah, it's a file where you put business cards. Okay, cool. Is this a puzzle? First white door room. Yes, I know. I'm so happy. Wait, hold up. Oh, okay, I see. We're gonna alphabetize. So let's see. A, B, C, A, and then C, H, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, S, T. No? Okay. It's probably not that then. Need to study this. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. And then that doesn't look right. Maybe it's... Oh, yeah, okay, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Maybe? Maybe. Four, yeah. This is one of those puzzles where searching the room will give you a hint for it, but you can solve it without the hint if you want. Okay, fuck. I mean... I might as well go for the hint, because it's not gonna... Desk. Ta-da! It's a lion eating a hamburger. It's a lion eating the sun. I don't think so. Looks like it's asking for ID or password. Keyboard doesn't seem to be working. What is this? What is this? One of those training machines you see on late night infomercials? I think it's a facial recognition device. Oh. Every so often one of these babies shows up. Okay, cool. Okay, so we need a key. A balloon. A balloon! You want a Quark? I don't need a balloon. I'm not a kid. Really? How old are you? I'm 20. Uh-huh. You are not 20. Gotcha! Ha 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 ha. You are 10. Take the balloon. Okay. Alright, I have this in my inventory. This was not what I was expecting. Okay. Ooh. Haha, now this is brandy. We've got brandy. Yes. Pierre Perrin's 200-year-old reserve. You can tell that just by looking at it. I can smell it. Oh. That's some nose you've got there. Here, just let me have a taste. I don't think we should right now. I think it's... How can you be so cruel? It's got like the last panel of Loss on it. Alright. There's a screen built into the credenza. There's something on it. Starting up. Please wait. What is it starting? Okay. What about the other side? Huh. Well, putting the expensive brandy in the coaster didn't seem to do anything. Okay, let's do this. No, okay. There's more brandy over here. Huh, this is cheap brandy. Alcohol this bad shouldn't even exist, so I think it's best if we dispose it safely with my I'll be taking it. Tenmyoji's great. I tried putting the good brandy on the coaster, but... Okay, we got a tablet. Wait. Wait. Okay. What about this? Can I touch this? No. There's a thing up there. There's red paint on the wall. Looks like an outlet next to it. Did somebody put an outlet this high up? It's probably not an electrical outlet. What is it then? I think you're supposed to insert something in it. Okay, cool. We'll deal with that in a second. What's this? Is it one of those vacuuming robots? see if... Nope, no luck. Alright. There's not much else in the room to look at. There's a vault. They're just hiding something they really don't want people to see. Like some videos. I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Let's just open it up and find out. I don't think... Yeah. Is it locked? Sure. It's a circular input panel. Looks like one of those pressure exchange chambers doors, so if we just do the same thing we did. Alright. The same thing we did, yeah? Pressure exchange. Pressure exchange. No, that's the safe. Pressure exchange. Pressure exchange. Memory card. No? Okay. Pressure exchange. Pressure exchange. Outside. We've got... What is that? Red? Red. Orange. We've got yellow. Green. We've got white. Black. I don't think it would have the same solution. I mean... Probably not. But there's not much else in the room to touch at this point. What about that globe? Globe? What about the globe? Oh, there it is. Okay. Then I guess we just do this then. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Wait, which one comes first? Is it... I suppose we just do the thing and we don't fuck it up, and then it's pretty much dandy. Green to red, white to cyan, or whatever fucking color that is, and then purple to yellow. Cool. We need white. Wait. Purple was to yellow. Oopsie. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Hold up. Let's do this first. This goes to the green one. Yeah? And then you... Yeah. Wait, yeah? Yeah. Okay, and then you... Yeah! Ugh. Thank you, Quack. Videos. Yeah, sure, that. Watch it be empty. A moose head. Sorry, guys. Looks like all we've got is a binder and a deer. So a binder. What about the hell? What the hell is this? Is Sarah making fun of us? I know you were really amped. The deer's looking at me, Grandpa. Buck up, it's just a fake. Alright, so there's a binder in the safe. It's got 2 pieces of paper in it. Okay. Let's go and try and put this shit up on the wall. Yep. E. Not sure what this is supposed to be. Bottom side of the bookshelf. Let's fiddle with this. What are you? Suit of armor. Missing a helmet. That's what we call it. I'm gonna call it a suit of armor, okay? Suit yourself. Anyway, it's got some red paint on the neck and shoulder area. You sure it's paint? It could be blood. Hey, don't say stuff like that. Being in a room with a headless suit of armor is creepy enough. Short spear. Slingshot. Okay. Let me look at my things here. Well, I'll admit I can't be sure. It's hard to really judge a brandy until you taste it, so... No! Oh. I don't know why the books are in my inventory now. Let's throw the cheap brandy on this thing. See what happens. Ooh! There's a squirrel! A parallelogram. It made a parallelogram. It's a pretty parallelogram. Okay. Alright. Okay. I mean, I guess I can do the other thing. What does the lock on the desk drawer look like? It looks like a spear. Let's spear open this thing. The spear thing. Gotta put the spear in the thing. And there's a key, which means I can go over here. Which means I can do things without being led around too much. And then the light turns on. Damn, none of our faces work. Face not recognized, gender mismatched. What does it mean, gender mismatched? Maybe it's saying that it needs a girl? There's only 3 of us, and none of us are women. Well, maybe if we dress Quark up like a girl. No, no way! Why don't you dress up then? No. Just thinking about this is making me want to puke. Besides, do you see a wig or makeup anything around here? How would any of us dress up like a woman anyway? Dude, you totally want to do it. No, I don't. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe... What is it? Did you have an idea? Did you have an idea? Well, it can't hurt to try. Yeah, definitely was shot. The picture? How long has he had that in his pocket? It looks like a piece of paper. No, it's a picture. Oh yeah, I remember him looking at that in the infirmary. I guess it's worth a shot. Oh fuck. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Cool. So, who is this girl? Hey, stop. It's Arcane. Oh, she's just a girl. You've been looking at pictures of little girls. Is she your granddaughter? Oh, so I just root for this. Oh, yeah. 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 No. Well, who is she then? Damn it, fine. You've already seen her after all. Her name is Arcane Kirishiki. I've been looking for her for a long time. Why? Because she's his first love. No. You've got it wrong. But you carry that picture everywhere. And you also have a grandson now, really. I don't think I've ever seen you leave it somewhere. And when you don't think anyone's watching, you talk to it. He talks to it. He talks to it. Dane, he talks to it? Akane, you know, like a Japanese name. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Also, he talks to the picture. I've seen you do it. Okay, didn't mark you for a hopeless romantic. We're gonna put that back. Look, it's not about love, and I'm not a goddamn romantic. Uh-huh, sure. Okay. Alright, you don't want to talk about her? I get it. We're not talking about Akane. I'm gonna put the thing on the thing and we're gonna mind our own businesses. And now he's the letter L. Hell rhombus. Hell rhombus. Oh. Oh. Huh? No, I guess I don't. Okay. Mind the bullets. Telekinesis. Ah, shit, yeah? We'll just... Damn straight I did. This is a nice chair. This is a really useful chair. Okay. But there was a thing behind the door. Can I get somebody else to sit in it or something? What's this crank? No, wait, hold up. Can I reach the crank? Can I? There's a lever. I'm gonna pull up the lever. Okay, let's go to the other side of the wall. And then help. Help, it says. Help. We got a battery. We're gonna put this in the thing. Da-da-da-da. Okay, I guess it won't let me do that from here. Help, it says. I mean, I suppose. Yeah, I don't have any way. No, wait, yes I do. It's help. There we go. Thank you. Take a look at the screen. We got a green one. Ooh. Okay. That was relatively painless. Question mark. Really? That was actually really... I didn't even need to do this. Okay. I mean... I don't even... Wait, hold up. It's this one, and then this one. Wait, I messed up. This one, and then this one. Yeah? The business card puzzle just tells you what order to put the books back in the shelf when you make the H on the... Oh, shit. Oh. Then I don't know what the other... Wait. And then... What's the other... What about this thing? What about the rhombus? What's that about? Hey! What are you? Changed. Tanagram. I hate these. Oh my gosh. Awesome. What are we making? A rhombus. We're making a rhombus. Okay. Alright. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen. We are now making ourselves a rhombus. Do we have to use all the pieces? Puzzle insanely picky about your exact placement of the shape, so even if you make the right shape, the game might not recognize that you did it correctly unless they're placed exactly correctly. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this. Oh no. Not this puzzle. No. No. This is the puzzle I draw the line at. Here is where I die. You can do it in fucking post. Star, sun. Cool, we did it. It opened. We got the things. First we've got the cards. Star cards. And then the other thing is the key. Door's locked. Da, 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 da. And then out we go. The rest of the Vienna time. Freedom.
No! Damn it!
What's wrong?
I left something in the director's office.
What was it?
The picture.
The picture. Ugh, how could I...
Oh yeah, we must have set it down after using the face recognition thingy.
Yeah, I'm going back. You two go on ahead to the
I
warehouse.
want to come with you.
Me too.
No, that's fine. Why don't you head back to the warehouse, Sigma? The others are probably already waiting.
Alright. I'll see you two later then.
Bye, Mr. Sigma.
I watched them jog off toward the blue door. I'm not gonna see them again, am I? And then they were gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guess I should be getting back then. Can we just... I stepped into the warehouse to find all the other teams already there. Kay and Luna, Fine Clover, and Dio. The moment Dio spotted me, he dashed over to the rightmost AB room and slid his card through the reader. Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
As he turned to look at me, I swore I saw a flash of a smug grin.
There. Happy? This time I waited for you to get back before I opened it. You see? I can be considerate.
There's still two other people. But Tenmyoji and Quark aren't here.
Yeah, where are they?
I guess they forgot something back in the room we found. They ran back to grab it real
They'll
quick.
be here in a few minutes. No big deal.
Dickwad. Frickin'. While we waited, we exchanged information about the rooms we visited. Unfortunately, none of it seemed very useful. None of us had found anything of value, except for our sofa, and we were no closer to unraveling any of the increasing number of mysteries we were faced with. With that discussion exhausted, we sat down to wait. Before long, 20 minutes had passed since Dio opened the door, and Tenmyoji and Quark were nowhere in sight. Oh.
Don't you think they're taking a little long?
Yes, I'm getting worried. What if something happened to them?
I'll go have a look.
Then I shall accompany you.
Nah, I'll be fine by myself. It's not that far away.
Just don't look into the abyss too long, or you might become a monster.
The fuck? That's, I don't think, alright, okay, fine. Look, I'm gonna go to the director's office. I'll be right back. Right, okay, see you later. I gave a quick goodbye wave and stepped out of the warehouse. Nothing in here, is there? Huh? That's odd. There's nobody here. Picture's gone, though. Tenmyoji and Quark must have been here, then. I laid out the floor B map. Huh. They must have taken the door that faces the warehouse. After that, they would probably went through the warehouse, out the blue door to the elevator. Yeah, that's a much shorter route. On the other hand, I came through the red door, which is kind of a long way around. Huh, looks like we managed to miss each other perfectly. Well, this was a huge waste of time. Shoot, might as well head back, I suppose. I'd packed up the map and was headed toward the door when... Huh? There was a light on where there hadn't been a light before. What? Why is that thing on? We messed with it earlier, but nothing seemed to work. I felt a sudden wave of inexplicable, nauseating dread. The light stared at me, and I into the light. I swallowed and edged cautiously toward it. The machine was in arm's reach now. I stretched my hand out toward it slowly, slowly.
So, you finally made it.
No, you're...
I am Zero.
What?
I was the one who brought you here. You undoubtedly have as many questions for me as there are stars in the sky. As you can see, however, this is only a recording. I will therefore be unable to directly answer any questions. Ask if you wish, but I cannot respond.
Huh. He's got a bracelet on too, though. I considered taking a swing at him, but decided that was spectacularly futile and kept my bald fist at my side.
Now, where to begin? There are many things I wish to tell you, but unfortunately, our time is limited. As such, the information I can provide is also limited. I have chosen two things of great importance to tell you. First, I will tell you about termites.
I'm sorry, what?
In retrospect, I suppose that's a rather odd thing to say. I imagine you look rather bewildered right now.
Little bit.
Perfectly understandable. The person who kidnapped you and threatened you with death is lecturing you about insects.
Yes.
I suspect it hardly seems fair. Nonetheless, this is very important. In a way, it will determine your fate. So I ask that you listen carefully. Have you ever seen a termite mound? They are splendid structures. Some might even call them works of art. Termites are natural architects, and their mounds are both structurally sound and make excellent use of space. So, are they following some sort of plan as they build? Are there termite blueprints, detailing which room goes where? No, of course not. Each termite is simply an oblivious cog in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of termite DNA. It is doubtful an individual termite has any idea what its contributions are helping to create. But a human does. We can appreciate the elegant forms of their alien cathedrals. We can see the simple beauty of their perfect functionality. We can understand the splendid planning of their structure. In other words, only an intelligence of a higher order can understand the beauty of what the termite builds.
Okay, alright.
Now, consider humans. Why are we alive? Why do we love and give birth? Why do we create? From where do our cultures spring? There are many theories, but no one knows the truth. We are oblivious cogs in a tremendous machine programmed by millions of years of human DNA. No doubt you see now what this analogy is supposed to illustrate. Yes, I mean to say humans are not different from termites. We trudge through our lives with no greater understanding of our ultimate goal. You might say we don't understand what we're building. Only an intelligence of a higher order than ours can understand what we're doing. Imagine how we might look to such an intelligence. We may be building some structure so perfect and elegant, We can't even perceive it. Whatever it is, we've likely been building it on a dimension just above the ones we know since time immemorial. If we are like the termites, then what we've created is almost certainly something of tremendous beauty.
That's K, isn't it?
And you are about to catch a glimpse of it. Or have you already? Well, that's enough on that subject, I think. Consider what I've said. Now, let's move on to the second topic. It is somewhat more immediately meaningful to your life, and, in fact, the lives of several billion other people. I realize this is rather sudden, but I have a password for you.
Yes.
It is the password to disarm the bomb, numbered 1.
Bomb.
Are you ready? I will only say this once, so pay close attention.
Pen it ready.
The password to disarm the number 1 bomb is BQZ RGJ DXR.
KZR GZ DXR. It's probably gonna remember for me, but I jotted it down. Oh no, the game will not save it for you. Holy fuck. Okay, hold up. I have to jot this down very carefully. Holy fuck. Okay. Z R G J D X R. Oh dear Lord. I had no idea what he was talking about. What bomb? Was he saying there were bombs? If he'd guessed my future confusion, he showed no sign of it.
That is the last of the information this message was meant to convey. Before I go, however, I have a warning. You cannot tell any of your companions what you heard or saw here. If you do, you will be penalized.
Penalized!
I hope we will meet again someday. We would have much to discuss.
Wait! God damn it, you can't just spout all that crap and disappear. I found myself yelling at empty air. The hologram had disappeared. Oh. Okay, what kind of idiot does he take me for? Termites? Other dimensions? How could that have anything to do with kidnapping us? Shit. I kicked at a nearby shelf.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote...
Cramp. I need to get back. Not like there's any point staying here. I spun around and ran to the room toward the warehouse.
Grandpa! Look! Mr. Sigma's back!
There you two are.
Took you long enough.
Yeah, kinda got caught up with some things. Ha! 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 Where are the others?
In the AB rooms.
They went in already?
Yep.
Why didn't you two? Have you been waiting for me?
Yeah! Grandpa said there was something he had to tell you before we voted, no matter what.
Oh?
Nothing that significant. Just wanted to tell you we're going to choose Ally this round. That's it.
And you had to tell me that no matter what? Seems kind of pointless, but also sweet and endearing. I mean, words are cheap. You can promise whatever you want.
True, but we've got something to back it up. Just hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
Quark and I both have 8 BP. We're already on the home stretch. So what do we need to get to the magic number?
2.
Well, we need, if you do that, it doesn't really matter to us what we pick.
You go to 9 whether you got 2 or 3 points.
Exactly. That being the case, we don't have any reason to betray you. And if we both choose Ally, we both gain points.
True, but you must have considered that I'll choose Betray. That would mean you choose Betray to protect yourselves.
But that's why we're telling you we won't choose Betray.
Mm-hmm.
Can I trust you?
Of course.
Alright. Tell me one thing. Let's say we do this, and both ally. Everybody gets 2 points. That means you and Quark will have enough to leave, which is great for you. But I'll be stuck with a measly 5. How do I know you aren't gonna just open the number 9 door and leave us in the lurch?
I can guarantee it.
How?
I can give you my word.
Hand me the picture.
I will not open the number 9 door, even if I have enough points to do so.
Give me the picture. I will hold on to it.
I swear it. We aren't going to abandon everybody else just so we can escape.
I swear too. I promise.
Man. So all you've got is a promise, huh?
When I make a promise, I keep it. Trust me.
Please! You've got to trust us.
Alright, fine. I'll trust you.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
We're counting on you, Sigma.
You've got to choose Ally. You promised.
With that, they turned and ran into the AB room, second from the right. Well, guess I should get moving. Star key. Da 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 da.
One minute remains until
I had a decision to make. Should I trust Quark and Tenmyoji? Well, I could believe they were telling the truth and still betray them. That would bring my BP to 6. I'd be that much closer to 9, but they'd already be at 9. And choosing Betray would guarantee that they wouldn't try and escape without them. Oh yeah, they wouldn't be at 9. Betrayal seemed like the safe bet. But...
Please! You've got to trust us. You've got to choose Ally. You promised.
Tenmyoji I could betray easily enough, but Quark? What the hell was I gonna do?
10 seconds remain
Plus you
until
can't
Ambidex game polling closes.
guarantee that somebody else won't get to 6 points. Or 6 points? 9 points.
8.
I've forgotten numbers for a second there. Ooh.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Da-da!
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Shake,
Thank
shake,
you
shake.
for your Ambidex gates.
Shake, shake, shake. Da, 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 da.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Ta-da! Huh. Oh. My feelings!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What bullshittery is this? Hey! Hey now! What the fuck? Why?
Quark had nothing to do with this. I made the vote.
Grandpa.
Alright. Okay, fine. So I'm fighting you then. Why'd you break your promise, Tenmyoji?
I only promised you one thing. We wouldn't open the number 9 door, even if we got 9 points.
What? So you're not gonna leave?
Not what I said. Of course we're going to leave.
What?
Look, see Clover over there?
What? Don't. Oh, you piece of shit. You're not gonna be the one that opens the door, but you're gonna leave. You would've, and it.
Oh no.
Jeez.
That bitch!
Wait. Quark and Tenmyoji have...
The words were barely out of her mouth when Tenmyoji and Quark ran past.
No! God damn it!
Just full of snakes up in this bitch.
Clover, are you really going to leave?
Well, yeah, why else would I open the door?
But why?
I'm going to go call the others, so we can capture Zero Senior.
Tenmyoji, are you and Quark going too?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
So Sigma, happy? Kept my promise.
Oh,
Clover opened the door, not me.
like hell I'm happy. That's some shady shit, Tenmyoji.
You say so. I have to get out of here, and that's that. He's got to pay for what he's done.
Oh, he?
Zero.
You mean you know who Zero Senior is?
Yeah, no point keeping it a secret now, I suppose. I know exactly who Zero Senior is.
What?
Loud door opening noises.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for...
Let's go! Come on, guys. Time to move.
Right.
Oh, wait! This is for you, Mr. Sigma.
Is it a little picture of like somebody flipping me the bird? Quark held something out. I looked down to see 2 pieces of folded paper. What is this?
It's a letter. I wrote it in the director's office before the AB game. I wanted to tell you what kind of guy Grandpa is. So, read it, okay?
Alright. Okay. He pressed it into my hand.
See you later, Mr. Sigma.
Yeah, see you later, or not ever, ever again. Small child with a shady-ass grandfather. Then he turned and ran toward the door, Tenmyoji and Clover following in his footsteps. I was so surprised by the letter that I didn't even try to stop him. Before I could think of anything to say.
See you.
Goodbye.
Down the door went, really slowly and jankily.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, escape. Please enjoy.
Shit, they're gone.
All we can do now is hope they bring help back.
Indeed.
I agree.
I looked down at Quark's letter and slowly unfolded it. His handwriting was still slightly uneven, but he'd filled both pages with writing. I began to read. It was a really stormy day when he found me. He said the rain was coming down so hard it almost hurt, but somehow he managed to hear a baby crying. I guess I must have been crying pretty loud. He took me home and did his best to raise me, but he'd never been married or had a kid before, so I think it was really hard for him. Oh, this hurts even more. He couldn't figure out how to mix the formula, so he was always carrying the directions around with him. Also, I guess I was a pretty quick picky eater, so if he didn't get the water to formula ratio just right, I wouldn't eat it. I guess I was kind of a pain, huh? But he didn't give up, and now here I am. When he found me, I was really, really small, and he was worried that I might not make it. That's why he named me Quark. A quark is a really, really small thing, and I was really, really small, too. Grandpa didn't need to worry, though, because it turned out that I was pretty tough. When I was 1, he forgot I was sleeping in the bed of his truck and drove off. I rolled out and went off the back, but I didn't even get scratched. I started walking when I was 2, and when he wasn't looking, I fell down the stairs. I didn't get hurt then either. When I was 3, I got really sick. I had a super high fever for a week, but eventually I got better. I guess you could say I'm pretty lucky. Ah, my poor fragile heart. Ah, okay. Anyway, I didn't really have any more accidents after that. I was a pretty healthy kid. By the time I was 6, I'd started helping Grandpa out with his work. His job was to gather junk from the abandoned buildings. Then he'd fix it up or pull out the useful parts and sell them. There were plenty of abandoned buildings, but finding good stuff in them was hard. You had to know which parts were useful, or you could end up wasting a bunch of time. Every time I'd find something, he'd explain to me what it was, how it was supposed to work, how to fix it, all sorts of things. Usually, though, I just wanted to finish up work so I could go to the theater. The theater came to our town once a week in a wagon. They'd show old news or movies. I went every single week, but Grandpa only went once in a while, and he'd only go weeks when they showed movies. Oh yeah, I didn't know that I had been adopted until I was 7. One of the other kids on my block told me. I guess after Grandpa found me, he looked all over town to try and find somebody who'd take me. The kid from my block actually had a mom, and he'd ask her if she would take me too. I gotta admit, I was pretty shocked when I heard that. There weren't a lot of kids with parents around, so hearing that someone lived with his actual mom was pretty impressive. I was also kind of surprised that Grandpa had tried to get someone else to take me. Did that mean he didn't want me? The kid who told me about Grandpa trying to get rid of me was a real jerk. He was totally spoiled, and he'd brag to everybody about how he had a mom. He liked to come up to me while I was working and say stuff like, "Must be hard not to have a mother." It never bothered me before, but after I found out that Grandpa had adopted me, I started to think that maybe he didn't really want me. If I could work on my own, then he could get rid of me. I was scared to know the truth, so I never asked him. Then one day, he took me to a bar in our neighborhood, because you take little children to bars. During the day, of course, he went there sometimes to drink scotch, but I'd never gone before. When we got in, he just walked up to the counter with that grumpy look he has, and I thought, oh no, he's gonna make me work here. But I was wrong. I saw him pass something to the bartender, and then he picked me up and set me down on a stool next to the counter. The stool was pretty high, especially for a 7-year-old kid, and my legs just dangled off of it. It seemed really, really high to me, and I was pretty nervous. Eventually, the bartender came back over with a glass of scotch and another big glass full of something else. As I looked closer, I realized that the second glass was full of some sort of brown liquid with a scoop of ice cream in it. Oh. Oh. It took me a minute to realize what it was. A root beer float. I'd never seen one before. I was so surprised. Root beer was even more expensive than the nicest alcohol in the bar. To me and the other kids, it seemed more like an urban legend than a real drink. But there it was, right in front of me. I stared at the float. I still wasn't sure if it was real at that point, and then turned to look at Grandpa. He looked back at me. I didn't know what to do, so I turned to the bartender. He'd already turned around and moved off, though, so I figured he must have put the glass down in front of me on purpose. It still didn't seem like it could be real, and I was just staring at it when Grandpa told me to hurry up and drink it before the ice cream melted. His gruff voice sounded like an angel's. "Is this really mine?" He nodded. Words can't describe how awesome it was. I'd never tasted anything like root beer before. The creamy sweetness of the ice cream made my entire head feel light. I felt like the luckiest boy in the whole world. That's not an exaggeration. I really thought that. The root beer float was delicious, but what made me even happier was Grandpa. When I looked over at him, he was smiling. I know that's gotta be hard for you to imagine, but he really was. Right then, I didn't care whether he just found me and adopted me or not. He bought me a root beer float. That made me way luckier than some kid who had a mother but had never tasted root beer. Of course, after we left the bar, he was the first kid I bragged to. So Grandpa and I were doing pretty good. Until the fight. I was in a super bad mood that day. I'd torn one of my shoes that morning and some old drunk guy had yelled at me. All the junk I found was totally useless. The day was almost over and I was fed up, so I just grabbed some random trash and took it back to the house. When I showed what I'd found to Grandpa, he frowned. He started going through each thing I'd brought back, explaining why they were all useless. I got really mad and just yelled, "I don't care!" Then he got mad and I couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I was pretty upset, and I started thinking that maybe Grandpa had only adopted me so he could raise me to work and make money for him. After a while, I went and hid in an abandoned building, but by then I'd started to calm down and think that maybe I should go back and apologize. It had started raining pretty hard, though, so I decided I should wait for it to stop. But that was just an excuse. The truth was, I was nervous. Part of me knew I'd done something wrong, but I didn't want to admit it. The rain didn't stop, though, so I just sat there staring out at the gloomy gray sky. I imagined Grandpa coming to get me. It kept raining all night, and he never showed up. I gave up waiting and decided it was time to go home. I was about halfway there when I heard somebody groaning. At first I thought I should ignore it and not get involved, but I went over anyway, and it was Grandpa. He was totally soaked, and I could tell right away that he'd been there for a really long time. I yelled and he opened his eyes a little bit. He smiled weakly and said he was glad I was safe. He'd spent all night out in the rain looking for me. I felt awful. Grandpa had been out in the rain looking for me so long that he collapsed. It was horrible. He'd heard me crying in the rain, but I hadn't heard him. As I ran to get the doctor, I promised whatever God might be listening that if they could only save Grandpa, I'd never ask for another root beer float ever again. He got a real bad fever and his temperature wouldn't go down for days. The doctor said that if it kept up, he'd die. If he died, then I'd be all alone. There wouldn't be anybody else left to care about me. The thought of that happening terrified me. Fortunately, I must have passed some kind of luck onto Grandpa, because a week later, his fever finally broke. I was glad he wasn't gonna die, but I was also a little scared. What if he decided he didn't want a stupid kid like me around anymore? My plan was to apologize as soon as he woke up, but when the moment came, my brain just stopped. Grandpa started to talk, and it took me a minute to realize he was apologizing. I didn't know what to think. He explained that he was an old man, And that meant he was probably gonna die sooner rather than later. He was strict with me because he wanted to make sure I'd be able to make it on my own after he was gone. But maybe he'd been a little too strict. All of the things I worried about had been stupid and selfish. Grandpa cared about me a whole lot. He'd been worried when I ran off, and he'd gone out in the rain to look after me. Look for me. I tried to apologize, but when I opened my mouth, I just started crying. I don't think I've cried that much since I was a baby. But he just smiled and patted my head. I asked him if he'd ever regretted adopting me. His eyes got all wide and he said, "Of course not." He told me that he was looking for a really important lady, and because of that he'd had to give up on pretty much everything else in his life. But when he took me in and started raising me, he felt like he'd gotten some of what he lost back. That was when I decided I'd stay with him forever, even if he said I couldn't. Okay. I've got myself a good solid fuzzy from that. Okay, a good solid fuzzy. I mean, we'll look at the chart, yeah, but that's a good place to end that. I'm very... yeah. My poor little heart. Just... Okay. Alright. Y'all have a good day, night, evening, what have you. Frickin' cuteness. Soft squishies.